Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining me again on another episode of Real Deal Cast. I've been self managing rental property for a few years now and have tried a number of platforms and have decided to record my thoughts and honest assessment on a few. The first one up is RentRedi. I've personally used RentRedi for a few years here now, and I can give a clear assessment of what you can expect if you choose this as your management platform. Before we do a deep dive into this application, let me give you a quick rundown of what we'll cover today. We'll look at how RentRedi handles tenant management, maintenance requests, and rent collection, basically everything you need to run your property smoothly. RentRedi offers different pricing tiers starting at just $29.95 monthly, with some pretty significant savings if you're willing to invest in their 6-month or annual plans, and you can access it from pretty much anywhere. Your computer, phone, or tablet. It's important to note that there is a couple of upsells in the RentRedi platform around accounting and maintenance that can add up quickly, but we'll get into those here in a moment. Stick around because I'll show you exactly why this might be the solution you've been looking for. The first thing that caught my eye is how clean and modern everything looks. When you log in, you're greeted with the dashboard and shows everything that matters, from pending maintenance requests to upcoming payments. What I really like is how easy it is to find everything. Whether you're looking for tenant applications or need to check payment history, it's all just a click away. Now let's move on to the mobile app. The app is primarily a wrapper for the website. The functionality you find on this site is found here, and you would likely have the same experience through the phone browser as you do the app. If you wanted to, you could probably simply live in the mobile app without a lot of problems. The mobile app is especially important to the tenants, as they will very likely be the only way they interact with RentRedi. So the mobile experience is very important. I have had reports from tenants of issues with the mobile application, but I'm pretty confident that these are likely user errors versus the app issues. However, it is something to call out. Let's talk about what really matters, the features that make your life easier. If your tenant opts in, the rent collection system is automated and predictable. You set it up once, and the rent just flows into your account every month. The tenant screening process is comprehensive. It provides credit checks, background checks, and eviction history, all in one place. And get this, the maintenance request system lets tenants send photos and videos of issues, making it super easy to assess the situation. However, until recently, the maintenance communications you receive via email was pretty lackluster. You get an email stating a new maintenance request was received without any details prompting you as to what needed to be done. The last couple of emails that I've received, however, has now provided some of those details in the actual email. As far as I'm concerned, this was core functionality that should have been added long ago. If you don't want to handle the maintenance request yourself, Latchl is available for an additional charge. Latchl is a call center that takes maintenance and emergency calls. You set up some parameters, and they either dispatch the local contractor to take care of the situation or contact you for permission. Pricing for Latchl starts as $25 a month plus $4 a month per unit for just the emergency service, and $25 a month plus $12 per unit for the full coordination. This is unique compared to Latchl directly that requires a minimum of $200 per month. You can definitely see that Latchl is geared towards larger properties and businesses, and RentRedi has found a tipping point. You can definitely see that Latchl is geared towards larger properties and businesses, and RentRedi has found a pricing compromise for smaller investors while making it worthwhile for Latchl. It may be good to keep an eye on the Latchl spend through RentRedi and switch to working directly with Latchl when you hit that tipping point. Either option easily doubles what you're paying for RentRedi, but may be a service to add and consider. Although Latchl may prove to be a great service in established cities with a lot of resources, you may not see the value in smaller communities where the resources are simply not there. They will likely be reliant on your network of professionals for contact and deployment. Managing leases? RentRedi has you covered with templates and e-signing capabilities. I especially like that the tenants can acquire rental insurance through the app and is reported back to the landlord. One piece of functionality that I hadn't leveraged until recently is the ability to enable Tenant Credit Boost, where RentRedi will report the tenant's payment history to the credit bureau. I can see how this could reinforce the need for on-time payments from your tenants. The financial tracking is detail enough for the accountant to love, if you take advantage of the integration with REI Hub. REI Hub is another third-party application that will tack on another $25 a month, climbing to as much as $99 a month, depending on the number of managed units. REI Hub is an accounting software built for rental property owners and real estate investors. It simplifies bookkeeping and tax preparation with features like automatic transaction imports, property-specific reporting, and rental-focused templates. Designed exclusively for real estate, it offers tools like Schedule E reports, fixed asset tracking, and income expense categorization, making financial management easy and efficient. Your tenants get their own portal where they can pay rent, submit maintenance requests, and communicate with you directly. The best part? They can set up automatic payments, which means no more chasing rent. Other than the built-in integrations with Latchl and REI Hub, there really aren't any additional integrations available. This would be something I'd like to see, as we currently use Asana to manage tasks and assign it to our contractors doing maintenance. Now that some details are included in the new maintenance request email, I will likely set up a simple email rule that sends these emails to Asana for assignment from there. But until now, there wasn't really an option available. Is there a way to have maintenance or contractors included in RentRedi and work those tasks from there? Yes, however, we found that contractors aren't exactly open to installing and using a different app for every client that they might work with. And you may have a better chance adopting tools that they are already familiar with, making Asana a good choice. Any other integration will have you download the necessary CSV file and import it into the chosen solution. After using RentRedi for the last few years, here's my honest take. If you're self-managing properties and want one of the simplest solutions, RentRedi may be a good fit. The interface is easy to understand, and the tenants have found it easy to use. If you want more hands-off approach, the addition of Latchl and REI Hub are functionalities to explore and consider. One of the biggest benefits of RentRedi is that you end up paying for the functionality that you actually use. The biggest downfall is that there isn't a ton of development or additional features added to the platform over the past few years. They seem to be reliant on third-party partnerships to add value where the platform itself may fall short. For small landlords with 1 to 5 properties, it's perfect and cost-effective. If you have a large portfolio, you'll still find some value, but you might want to explore other solutions. Subscribe, as I will be doing similar reviews of competing products. This should be a great series, and I'm looking forward to exploring more. So I'm going to wrap this up by giving it a score. And we're going to break things down into 3 segments with an overall score. User interface, I'm going to give it an 8. Very easy to use, very easy to find things. Functionality, I'm going to give a 5. There's no real integrations outside of those third-party applications I mentioned before. Value, I'm going to give a 7, especially if you're a small investor. This could be ideal, and you can't really beat the price. So your final bang for the buck score is going to be 6.7 on this tool. If you want to try RentRedi for yourself, I've included a referral link in the show notes. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I really appreciate your support. But more importantly, if you are using RentRedi, I would really appreciate you commenting below. Tell me what I got right, what I got wrong, and what you might want to see in the next review. I appreciate your time, and I hope to see you back again soon.